What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today we are going to take a look at Mr. Knight from Hot Toys, and you can pre-order this when it's available at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. This is a bit late, but that might be a good thing because I was about to say earlier when I first saw this, because this is the first one that was announced. I was like, all right, it's a bit late, but maybe it's a good thing because the head sculpt looks phenomenal. I like the head sculpt a lot. Of course, we are treated with the rolling eyeball system. You don't even see the peg. You can see that on his arms right there. You don't see the ball joint that connects the glove to the arms. I believe it's, it widens, so it hides the joint. Which is a good thing. Sometimes you'll see that with Joker and other glove figures, but so far I've seen, like previews and pictures of this, and it looks pretty good. I think they did a great job of hiding it. The tailoring looks great. The fit looks amazing. The pattern, you can see it here. He could move freely, at least from what I've seen. Newly tailored patterned suit. It looks pretty good. Overall, it looks like a figure that is going to be released next year, which is 2025. Not a figure, a perfect example would be something like Daredevil, right? The new She-Hulk Daredevil. It feels like a figure from 4 years ago. Like nothing changed about it. This one, just the proportions, the tailoring, it looks updated. It looks just a new figure. It light up eyeball system. So it does give you, that is one advantage that it does have being released so late. It's because of this. He doesn't come with a chair. I don't know why they're showcasing the chair, or maybe he does. But yeah, so there's several iterations of this figure, Mr. Knight, in the public right now, mostly third party from So Toys, I believe, Super X Toys, whatever the case may be. And they're going for a pretty penny. The So Toys is, now I just looked on eBay. It's somewhere around $190 plus $50 shipping. So let's say consensus of around $250, $240. If this is anything like the normal price, it's not available out yet, so I can't really see the price on Sideshow. But let's pretend it's around $285, $280, kind of like Cap, right? It does have two head sculpts. It doesn't even have faceplate. It has moving eyeball system, beautiful hair system as well. He doesn't have an outfit or like a superhero costume. So we'll put him at $285. It's only what, $50, $60 more than a third party, and you would get a licensed figure with, I wouldn't even make an argument. I'm sure this is better overall. Tailoring, head sculpt, everything, right? Quality of the body and all that stuff. I'm sure it'll be a lot better than a third party. So for that small amount, you're going to have this. So, I mean, if you're a fan of the show and you haven't bought those third-party Mr. Knight or whatever you want to call them, you're in for a treat, because now you're getting the better version in Hot Toys. And as soon as I was, like downloading the pictures for this, thinking of, hey, how am I going to tackle this? It's been so long. I don't even own the previous Moon Knight, and the Moon Knight that Hot Toys released is one of their better figures from that Marvel, that MCU era where there's a lot of Disney Plus shows. It's actually one of the better shows, and as far as figure, it's up there. It's highly sought after. I wouldn't call it sought after, but it's universally praised as one of the better figures that Hot Toys has released Marvel-wise in recent memory. And it is. So initially I was like, well, that's good and all, but it looks like this is just going to appeal to the owners of Moon Knight. Because if you don't have one, sure, you can still buy this. And Mr. Knight is separate from Moon Knight. Like, it's almost two different characters, two different entities. Sure, you can have Mr. Knight without Moon Knight, but it just doesn't feel right. It's like having Bruce Wayne and you don't have a Hulk figure. One is synonymous to the other. And long and behold, it didn't even take 10 minutes. And the announcement, which I will tackle in another video, a new artisan Moon Knight. So, hey, Hot Toys knows what they're doing, man. They saw the dollar signs on the aftermarket for Moon Knight, and they want to capitalize on it. They want a piece of that pie that Moon Knight is creating. So they're like, hey, we already created this head sculpt. Why not give us a reason to reissue that Moon Knight and make it an artisan version? Does that mean if you get that, let's say for somebody like myself who doesn't have the original Moon Knight, would it still make sense to get both? Mr. Knight and Moon Knight? I mean, I guess it's up to you. How big of a fan are you of the show? They both look fantastic. That Moon Knight doesn't need a whole lot of improvement. If you just insert the head sculpt with rooted hair on it, I think that will do. I really do. But see, it doesn't come with a chair. It says LED light up function, newly patterned suit. You got is that the hairdress? I forgot. The show has been shown so long that I forgot. But it just shows you that because, again, we'll go back to the lack of IPs or lack of quality shows, that Hot Toys is not only tapping into the nostalgia one, meaning Terminator, Aliens, Predators. They're tapping into not so old MCU films, like this. And this is not a film, TV show, but they also went back and did Iron Spider from Endgame, that we all thought Endgame was dead because most of their figures are just sitting on the shelf. So are we going to see more? Are we finally going to see Clint Barton from Hawkeye? I don't know if that's the same breath as Mr. Knight here, but I know some people, not a lot, are looking for that. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this figure? Are you going to buy this? Do you want to see something that you thought was going to be done and maybe possible now? Let me know. Thank you for watching.